My name is Daniel. I was 28 years old, and I was lost. Not lost like forgetting your way on a street, lost like not knowing why you wake up every morning, lost like doing the same thing every day and feeling nothing. I had a good job. I worked at a big company in the city. My salary was fine. My apartment was clean. My life looked perfect from the outside. But inside, something was missing. I just did not know what it was. Every morning, I woke up at 7. I made coffee. I took the train. I sat at my desk. I typed on my computer. I came home. I watched TV. I went to sleep. Then I did it all again the next day. One Monday morning, something small happened. Something that changed everything. I was running late. I missed my usual train. I had to take the next one. I was angry. I kept checking my watch. I kept thinking about my boss. I kept thinking about the meeting I was going to miss. The train came. It was crowded. I had to stand. I was holding a metal bar above my head. I was sweating. I was stressed. I was miserable. Then I heard a sound. A little girl, maybe 5 years old, was sitting near the window. She was looking outside. And she was laughing. Not because someone said something funny. Not because she was watching a video. She was just laughing at the rain. It was raining outside. The drops were hitting the window. And she was watching them and giggling, like it was the most beautiful show she had ever seen. I watched her for a moment. I forgot about my meeting. I forgot about my boss. I just watched this little girl laugh at the rain. And then something strange happened. Something inside me moved, like a door opening slowly after a very long time. I missed my stop. I got off at the next station. I did not go to work. I just walked. I walked out of the station and into the rain. I did not open my umbrella. I let the rain fall on me. People looked at me like I was crazy. Maybe I was. But for the first time in a very long time, I felt something real. The cold rain on my face, the wet shoes on my feet, the empty street in front of me. I walked for maybe 20 minutes. Then I saw a small coffee shop. It had a wooden sign outside. The sign said, "Come in, sit down, breathe." I went in. The place was small and warm. There were old books on the shelves. Soft music was playing. There were only 2 other people inside. An old man reading a newspaper and a woman writing in a notebook. I ordered a coffee. I sat by the window. I watched the rain, and slowly, very slowly, I started to think. Real thinking. Not about work, not about meetings or deadlines, but about me. What did I actually want? What made me happy? When was the last time I laughed like that little girl on the train? I could not remember. The woman with the notebook looked up. She saw me staring at the window. She smiled. Not a big smile, just a small, kind smile, like she understood something without me saying a word. I smiled back. She went back to writing. I went back to thinking. After a while, the old man with the newspaper got up to leave, but before he left, he stopped at my table. He looked at me and said, "First time in a while?" "Yes." I did not understand at first. I said, "Sorry." He smiled and pointed at my face. He said, "That look, when everything feels real again. I know that look." Then he left, and I sat there with my coffee getting cold. Everything feels real again. Those 4 words stayed with me, because he was right. Everything had been foggy for so long. The job, the routine, the train, the desk. Nothing felt real. Everything felt like I was watching my own life from far away, like a movie I did not care about. But sitting in that small coffee shop, with rain on the window and soft music in the air, I felt present. I felt awake. I took out my phone, I opened my notes, I started writing. Not a plan, not a to-do list, just honest words. Words about what I was feeling. Words about what I wanted my life to look like. Words I had been afraid to say out loud. I wrote, "I want to create something. I want to help people. I want to wake up and feel excited. I want my work to matter. I want to feel alive." Simple words, maybe even childish words. But they were true. And I had not been honest with myself in a very long time. I stayed in that coffee shop for 3 hours. I missed the whole day of work. My phone rang 5 times. My boss sent 3 messages. I read them all. I did not reply. When I finally walked out, the rain had stopped. The streets were wet and shiny. The sky was getting lighter. A bird was singing somewhere above me. I stood outside and took a deep breath. I did not have all the answers. I did not suddenly know what to do with my life. But something had shifted. Something important. I felt like I had woken up from a very long sleep. That evening I called my old friend Marcus. We had not spoken in 8 months. I also opened my laptop. But this time not for work. I opened a new document, and I started writing a story. A story I had been wanting to write for 3 years, but always told myself I had no time. I wrote until midnight. It was not a great story. The writing was simple. The ideas were rough, but it was mine. And it felt better than anything I had done in years. I went to bed that night with a quiet heart. Not happy exactly, but peaceful and certain. Certain that something had changed. Certain that I had found a small, important door inside myself. And I was going to walk through it. The next morning, I woke up at 7. I made coffee, but I did not rush. I sat by my window. I watched the street below. A man was walking his dog. A child was eating a piece of bread. A woman was laughing on her phone. Small things, normal things. But I saw them, really saw them. And for the first time in a long time, I was glad to be here. That was the day everything made sense. Not because my problems disappeared, not because I got answers to all my questions, but because I remembered something important. Life is not waiting for you somewhere in the future. It is happening right now. In the rain on a window, in a stranger's smile, in the first sip of coffee on a quiet morning. You just have to be present enough to feel it. Thank you for listening. This story was brought to you by CEM Institute. Keep learning. Keep growing.